Our first guest co-starred, this is a lovely woman and a talented actress. She was with Steve Martin in the film L.A. Story and can now be seen on Broadway right here in New York in a play called The Substance of Fire. Anybody seen it? Have you seen it?
Oh, not yet.
You seen it? You folks seen it? If I find out you're lying about this. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Sarah Jessica Parker. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. Aren't you cold? You're wearing those socks and your jeans have some holes in them.
Well, I'm working in theater now, and you know.
Yeah, but it's very, very cold outside. Do you know how cold it was this morning?
Perhaps 18?
Oh, I think it was colder because when I got up, I checked the temperature. It was like 11 degrees, 10 or 11 degrees. Yeah, nasty, awful cold.
I'm just in denial, I guess.
Just in denial about meteorological conditions?
Just in general. I'd like to live that way.
Thanks for coming back. Tell me about the play. When did this happen? You weren't in the play the last time you were here, were you?
Well, actually, the last time I was here was a year and 4 days ago.
Yeah?
And it was our first day of rehearsal. So there was nothing to speak of yet at that point. And then we did it at Playwrights Horizons, and then we all
It was a big success there, I understand.
It was, well, yeah, it was very nice. Yeah. Mr. Rich liked it, so.
This is Frank Rich?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Big Shot.
Yes, I like him very much.
Yeah, he works for that rag, the New York Times.
That trash journalism, right. Exactly.
So, and it's going quite well for you.
Yes.
Now, is this your first experience with big-time theatrical productions?
Well, no. I mean, it's always big
you were in Annie, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was,
years and years ago.
I was in Annie on Broadway for a couple of years, and a couple of years prior to that, I did a play on Broadway called The Innocents, which was very serious, you know.
So you're an old hand at this sort of thing?
Oh, well, okay, sure.
And things are going well?
Yeah, things seem to be going well. Of course, I'll probably get hit by a car tomorrow or something.
No, don't even say that. You shouldn't say that because this is the town where somebody watching at home will think, well, maybe she'd like that. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
but you know what
I'd be happy to help if I could. No, don't ever say things like that.
It's like when things are going moderately well, you expect, you know, something
waiting for that other shoe to drop.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
I understand completely. Now, when you're doing these shows, the live theatrical productions, you do like a matinee and you do like 8 shows at night or something?
Eight shows every night.
8 shows a week? No.
It's insanity. No.
You do a show Monday?
We do a show where we have Monday off, and we do a show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we have 2 shows Saturday and 2 shows Sunday.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is, but I really like it.
You're enjoying yourself.
I love working hard.
Do you ever get people in the audience who heckle you or who talk to you or...
Well, there is one point in the play, well, I've never been actually heckled because, you know, it's Lincoln Center and everybody's very proper, you know. They all have great respect for the theater because it's like a temple, you know. But last night actually, well, a few weeks ago, there's a point in the play in which Ron Rifkin, who plays our father, who's like remarkable, I should add.
Ron Rifkin is good. I've said that for years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you really?
Yeah,
Oh, he really is. He's
very
just,
good.
and he's
the
just
best.
wonderful.
Yeah.
He's so damn talented. Anyway, sorry.
Well,
anyway.
Where do you think this is exactly? You know the proceedings are being televised.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the Olympics sort of just shut everything out, you know.
Oh, that's right. They pulled our plug for the Olympics.
All the satellites are over there.
Yeah.
No, anyway, so one night he does something in the play which is, you know, symbolic and indicative of something else that can happen. And people usually gasp when they say, generally it's an older woman, she sounds like she's from Brooklyn, and she says, oh, that's the substance of fire.
Ah, I see, yeah.
And she feels she needs to inform the audience.
It's...
So we get that.
Yeah.
And I have a bad case of what I call church laughter, you know, and the worse it gets and the more I try to suppress it, it's really unbearable.
That's right, yeah.
And I generally want to leave the stage at that point, and of course I'm the only one laughing.
Yeah. Have you ever done something, and we talk to people a lot about this who work in live theater, have you ever done something you're not supposed to do by design or by accident that for a few seconds kind of derails the storyline?
Well, yes, I threw up one night. That derailed everything.
And what show was that?
That was when I was doing Annie.
Oh, my God, I was going to say, I hope to God it wasn't Annie.
Yeah, it was Annie.
So...
I had some, well, no.
Yeah.
I ate something prior to curtain that must have not agreed with myself.
And so what do they do? Well, the poor little orphan is vomiting on stage. What? Oh, my God, Annie's got a hold of a bad clam.
It would be bad porridge or mush, you know. But what happened was Reed Shelton, who was playing Daddy Warbucks, said, "Oh, Annie, you don't feel well, do you? Maybe you want to go take care of that. She'll be right back, Grace."
Yeah. Someone get Annie a mint.
And in fact,
take care of it. Get her a bromo.
But actually, a few of your crew members were working on the show then, and one of them may have even provided me with a bucket.
Oh, see, now that's the kind of behind-the-scenes show business story.
Don't you want this kind of anecdote?
We can all do without. Thank you. It's a lovely
You
story. I know.
asked.
I'm just teasing
All
here.
right.
Let's
I'm fragile right
let's
now.
do a commercial. You ever heard of Frances Faye?
Oh, certainly. You're going to do tribute again?
No, yes, we may just do it again. Now, tell me about your name, Sarah Jessica Parker. At what point did you decide, I want all three of my names? Do you have more names?
No, that's it.
Yeah,
Just Sarah Jessica Parker.
It's a beautiful name. It's kind of
Thank
an
you.
old-fashioned, really solid-sounding name.
Well, that's the kind of girl I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't what I've heard. Hey, easy. But
I decided to stick with it because that's the only name I had.
well, no, it's a perfectly beautiful name. But did your folks, when they gave you the name, did they encourage you to use all three names?
Well, actually, I was named, I think, after my great-grandmother, Sarah. And my mother, when she was a little bit upset with maybe some behavior on my part.
She'd use both names.
Sarah Jessica.
Yep.
And then when I sent my very first resume out ever, we used all three names. I think we were just ignorant enough to think that it was the right thing to do.
And it worked.
And
you got the
it
job.
worked, so it stuck. And that's my name.
Yeah. So, but without the Jessica, you would be Sarah Parker.
I'd just be Sarah
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Who
beautiful
knows?
name.
I might be wearing different clothing. I might be a whole different personality.
Or you might have your own line of frozen dinner rolls.
If I was really lucky.
Sarah Parker. Now, I just asked you this, and you said you enjoy living in New York. You're from Cincinnati originally,
Yes.
I believe, and you lived for a while in Los Angeles?
Yes, I did.
And Los Angeles now, they're having terrible rainstorms. Yeah.
It didn't rain the entire time I was there.
No.
The entire time.
How long did you live there?
4 years.
See, yeah, that's true. That's probably the way it was.
In fact, it did rain one night for about 3 minutes. I think I called everybody,
Uh-huh.
and I said, get up, look outside the windows. It's gonna rain. It's
Yeah.
raining. And by the time the phone call was finished, it was gone.
Yeah.
So
I had that happen the first year I lived out there. It had not rained for 6 months, and then one afternoon in June, the sky got really black, and it rained for about 20 minutes.
Right.
And the news and weather people were baffled, and the only thing they could say, it was some kind of fluke storm that came up from Mexico, and that's all they knew about it. It's very odd there.
Well, there's no weather there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wonderful city, and I really am not one of those people that gets off
Do you
on.
miss it? Do you have fond memories of it? Do you have bad memories of it?
No, I have very warm feelings for the city
Yeah.
of Los Angeles.
Did you
In fact,
enjoy
all my
driving?
friends are there. I love driving.
Yeah.
I really, in fact, I miss my friends and I miss driving
Mm-hmm.
because I get a lot of thinking done when I'm driving.
Yeah.
And that might be the only time in my life that I think, which explains my appearance and why I'm behaving like this.
No. But I
I just
understand.
really do, and I love the radio and I love talk radio
Yeah.
and I just like it.
Did you ever go out to dinner at a restaurant and had to turn over your car? You have to give the guy. Isn't that odd?
It's the most peculiar.
Yeah.
And it was really strange because when I first moved there, I decided that it was just a terrible waste of money, $250.
Yeah, it's crazy
And-
because the valet parkers, the guys will come in their little
Little
suits and take
jackets.
your car and just move it around the corner.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, and then the other thing struck me was, it's a really strange relationship based solely on trust, and you've never met the person in your life. And the only thing I could my only analogy is like when I moved to New York, if I were going out of town, say, for a few days or a week or something, and there was a nice-looking fellow walking down the street, and I said, you know what, here, I got some plants and I got a cat. Could you, this is my front door key and this is my top lock. Could you just
look after the
look
place.
after the
Yeah,
stuff for a while?
yeah.
And my jewelry, could you tuck my jewelry away also?
Yeah.
Because it's in the top drawer.
Yeah. And
So there you go.
The
Anyway.
thing when you have your car, when the valet takes it around the corner, what I've learned is that the staff, the restaurant staff, the waiters and the bartender and the cooks and so forth, on their breaks, they go out there and lean on your car and have a smoke. Very annoying.
Weird elbow dents.
Yes, exactly. Those elbow dents. That's exactly what bothers me.
But dings.
Yes, elbow dings or dents.
Dings.
Yeah.
It's a new word I learned when I moved there.
Do you have to run off now to go be in your show?
No, I'm gonna be your friend for the rest.
We've been on the air for 10 years. This has never happened. No one has ever offered to be my friend.
Unless, of course. Well, you know what?
Right.
That's their loss.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh, on tomorrow's program, Chevy Chase will be here, film star Chevy Chase. Oh, yeah, now, see, that's good. I'm glad you did that. Are you proud of yourselves? You hurt her feelings. That's what you've done. You've come here, you've taken off your shoes, and you've hurt. Also on the program tomorrow, Mr. Big.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Big will be here.
Hot new group with a hot new record.
Looking forward to that.